Hello everybody and welcome to week one of our Advent course, which is this year Tidings of Comfort and Joy, which is using the Embrace the Middle East booklet. And I think hopefully you've seen the promo video that Father Chris put out last week. So for our first week, our first interview, hopefully, or maybe second interview, I don't know when these are going to go out, but is with Ruth Quail from St. Aidan's Church. Hello, Ruth.
Yeah.
So Ruth has chosen for us a carol that she likes. What's that carol, Ruth?
Oh, Little Town of Bethlehem.
Oh, Little Town of Bethlehem. So I'm going to ask Ruth 3 questions, which are going to be the same every week, and we'll just take the answers and then we can discuss them at a later point. So, Ruth, simply, why did you choose this carol?
Because it's a lovely carol and it's got lovely music to it as well.
Anything more that it says to you?
Well, I've covered that in the other 2 questions, really.
Okay, well, I'm jumping ahead then. So you just like the sound of it, really? You just like
obviously it's a traditional carol that most people know, isn't it? I think it's a lovely carol.
So if you were listening to it, you'd like you sort of have in mind a very traditional sort of church choir, a choral type version of it being played, do you?
Possibly. I've heard a lot of versions of it, so
Okay.
I'm quite open to whatever version, really.
So you like it
more than anything that I like.
You like it regardless of whichever style or version you hear. You just like the overall feel of it.
Yeah, because the words are very meaningful. But I'll go on to that in the other questions.
Well, you tell me now then, because that's our second question. Right. Is there a particular verse, a line or a lyric that stands out, and why does it stand out?
Yeah, it's the verse that stands out to me is the wondrous gift is given. And this is because God gave his son, and that's the most precious gift of all.
Okay. We couldn't say anything more than that, could we? It's just a joyous, wonderful, loving gift of creation in so many different ways.
Could ever give anybody.
Yeah. So that is important to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So what does that bring to you in the way of, if we're going to use this theme of tidings of comfort and joy, is that the comfort and joy that it brings to you?
Yeah, because obviously it's a great thing, like we said, so it brings me joy, but it also brings me comfort as well.
Okay.
And that'll come in the next question, really.
Well, you're answering it for me, or you're asking the question that I would ask then. Yeah. So how does this carol bring comfort and joy to other people?
Because it reminds me that God is always there for me, and he imparts blessings upon me in times of great need.
Okay. And because he's there for you in those times of need, you feel that that's the important message.
Yeah, and I've had a very tough year, and he's been there all the time, and without him being there, I dread to think what would have happened.
Well, we know what you've been through this year, Ruth. It's been obviously a difficult year, and on top of that, everything in the way of COVID restrictions as well, and uncertainty of work. So it's a real pleasure for me to hear you say that it's an absolute blessing of a gift to be shared with other people.